Welcome to the channel, Scott's Garage, HTX, don't forget the HTX, and welcome to part 2 of prepping this bike for the track. First thing I'm going to do is disconnect the brake light, take the seat off. There's a connector there right underneath the seat, and you just disconnect that. For some reason when I disconnect that, the license plate light does not go off, so I just put some black tape over top of that. Then I want to put on the protectors for the radiator, then the mirrors, and we'll just work our way through this. Let's get started. All you really need to do here is peel back the seat, and there are 2 screws on either side. Right there, peel this one back, and one right there. And there, so you can see that. And this is a 3mm Allen bolt, and just peel those back, undo those 2 bolts, slide the seat out, and then undo a connector that I'm going to show you to disconnect the brake light. And that's right here. It's this one right there. Getting that off hopefully won't be too big of a problem. Yeah, there you go, disconnected. Put the seat back. A bit of a flash forward here. I went to the track and my general warning light came on my instrument panel. It wasn't a check engine light or anything, but I was kind of in the back of my mind wondering, that's not the ABS. Did I mess something up when I put the slicks on and the wheels on or something like that? But it didn't turn out to be that. Actually, what it turned out to be is when I disconnected the brake light, there was some resistance in there. Actually, so long story short, what they do, when I talked to the Ducati guys, they said I needed this, which is a little bit of a resistor that plugs into the brake light switch, keeps that check engine light, or not check engine light, but the warning light from coming on. So here's the part number, and that's what I need. Shouldn't be any difficulty putting this on. I will turn this on and show you. So it's the connector right here. I'm going to set this down. Shouldn't be any problem. There. Now that connector is put there, that resistor is put there, and that warning light shouldn't come on. Something I didn't know about, but now you do, and now I do. I'm going to try to move on to the guards on the radiator. Shouldn't be any big deal. There actually is some instructions that came with these. Who made these, by the way? Let's see. It is Evotech, and if you go out the Evotech site, I'll drop the instructions out there on the comment section so you can see them. This shouldn't be that hard at all. We'll just kind of breeze through it, hopefully. I probably could have done it when I took the wheel off, but I didn't, one, well, because I'm stupid. 2, I'm going to make up that, hey, let's do it. You're not going to take the wheel off to do this, so might as well do it as you would do it as well, right? That's why I did it. That's why I did it this way. That took forever and a day. It took an hour. And what I ended up really doing was taking out the 2 bolts that I thought should go in here. You know me in directions. I don't read them very well. That went in the upper radiator guard and switched them. So the bolts that were in the fairings on the back side of here, I don't know if you can see that right here. Those bolts used to be, when I first put them in, used to be right here. I just switched them because these were a little bit longer and I was having a hard time. I could get one side in but not the other side, so I just thought that was a great compromise. And maybe if I go look at the directions, maybe these bolts are supposed to be here. I could have swore they were supposed to go in this one, but it doesn't matter. It still all works, and that's good. I should show it to you. Actually looks pretty good. I think the guards are in. They should protect me. And the reason I wanted to do this was this slick, if it's anything like the slicks on my race cart, will kick off a bunch of rubber and get inside that radiator and gum it up, or maybe not even gum it up, just tear it up. And it'll be ugly and it'll be a bitch to get all the stuff out of it. So I thought these guards would be a pretty good addition for keeping those radiators clean. Tell me what you think. To remove these mirrors, all you have to do is there are 2 Allen head bolts right here on the underside. There's a plate, and then of course the mirror sits up on top of here, and then the bolts go through that and hold on the mirror. They're 4 millimeters. You just have to undo them, take the mirrors off, disconnect the wires, and put these caps back on them. Shouldn't be any problem. Now, making the assumption, see, here's the metal cap, aluminum cap, placed on here, and it has a nice soft backing to it as well. Put that where the bolt holes go, and I'm making the assumption that you replace the plastic on the back as well. So, however that goes. Which may be a bit finicky. So there it is with the plastic cap back on it. Boy, when you bring the light in there, I need to clean this back inside here. And then here is the cap itself. Looks pretty snazzy. I like it. I think we're ready. Going from the front to the rear. There's slicks in the front, carbon fiber wheels, Olin shocks on the inside of those Showa tubes. I have removed the mirrors, taped up the front of the lights, put a guard on my brake, adjustable rear sets, Akrapovic titanium exhaust all the way through, not just a slip-on. Got a tank grips on there. Again, the rear shock was switched over to Olin's adjustable. The tail light has been disconnected. Rear slick, carbon fiber wheel. I think that's it so far. We'll find out if this passes through tech inspection when we get there. You guys keep on keeping on. We'll see you at the track.